was thinking about this morning about different ways that people will attack you, right? And I started to notice something. Most of the time, people will use tactics that go after things that they care about for themselves. So it's almost like they're telling on themselves when they go after you. For example, if somebody cares about finances and money and assets and all this above all else, they'll go after your money, right? So if you find yourself getting attacked monetarily by people, you know what they put above everything else, which is money. If somebody attacks your love life, hey, no, this is why you're not allowed in here. I allowed you to be in here. Naughty, naughty girl. No. Sorry, puppy training. Hey, Bridget, how are you feeling? So if somebody attacks let's say they're attacking your love life, right? They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to be happy with somebody else, right? Then that's their weakness. Their weakness is romantic love, right? If somebody attacks your character and tries to make you look bad toward others, that's their weakness. Their weakness is pride and ego. If somebody attacks your fidelity, that's their weakness, being faithful. If somebody, and I could go on, right? If somebody tries to block you from others, they don't want you to be seen or heard or speak to other people, that's their weakness. Now, whether their weakness is they desire these things for themselves or they don't have these things for themselves and it stems from like a jealousy, it's fascinating now that I'm actually like looking at it for what it is. Insecurities. If they can't stay in their own lane, hey, do you need to go outside? Because you're not going to be allowed to stay in here, baby girl. Good. Sit. Well done. So, it kind of opened my eyes quite a bit and this morning. And that's why I wanted to go live, because I thought, this could help some of you as well. Somebody attacks your health. Maybe they either A, have bad health, or jealous if you have good health, right? These are things, whatever they're going after are the things that they're either A, insecure about, jealous about, covetous about, right? Greedy about, egotistical about. So when people say, hey, don't take it personally, blah, 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 this is what it actually means. Because I was like, how do you not take somebody going after you and attacking you and blocking you? And like, for example, the shadow banning. There's so many jealous people that shadow ban others because they can't seem to get themselves up and running with whatever they're trying to do, right? They see potential that they don't have and they try to diminish it in others so that they can have some sort of a shot at something. Well, if he or she doesn't look as good, or if he or she doesn't have as much money, then the other person won't want them, right? Then I have a shot at them. Maybe, this person thinks you're better looking, or you have more going for you, or They're jealous of your courage or your strength, so that's what they attack. Hey, guys. Hey. Hello, Lucky. I haven't spoken to you in ages. How the hell are you? We've all been kind of in our own little worlds, have you noticed? We've all been in our own little worlds. Well, I mean, I haven't been live, but, you know, I'm just noticing the energy. Everybody's kind of having to go within and, you know, sort things out probably for the new year. What is it, a year of the horse? We're coming into the year of the horse? Or we've already come into it? I don't know what the day is. Ah! Sorry, I dropped you. I've got 3 of Cups here. I've got 10 of Wands and the Prince of Cups. You know, somebody trying to oppress you. This is a group of individuals that are trying to oppress someone, emotionally speaking, because that's what they're lacking. And that's what they... No way. That was a long journey, Lucky. That was a very long journey, wasn't it? You know, I know that was difficult for you on so many levels. And the fact that you stuck out that situation, I think you probably helped him clear so much karmic debt before he passed over. You know, a dear friend of mine who I haven't talked to in ages probably thinks I don't know what she thinks, doesn't matter. But she did the same, she did the same thing with her karmic mother, who destroyed her life so many times. And she worked through, not only just for her mother, but also for herself. She worked through a lot of trauma and a lot of anger and frustration and all these emotions. She was able to work through by doing that. And by the end, when her mother finally passed and she was able to grieve, genuinely grieve the loss of her with compassion, it transformed her. You know, it transformed everyone in the household, I would say. Well, hopefully it did, right? So I'm very proud of you, Lucky, for working through that. You know, that's hard, and I'm really impressed. So, you know, to take care of somebody who's hurt you in the past, that's the message. It's just there's a special elevation that's provided to people who can do that. It's very very powerful healing tool. And instead of running from it, you leaned into it. And I'm very proud of you. That is so hard. You know. Okay, back to the concept of how people attack you is what their issue is, right? People are always telling on themselves. Everyone's constantly telling on themselves. And they show you through their actions, through their words, through what they don't say, through what they're not doing, right? What their true intentions and belief structures are. That's another one. If somebody attacks your belief structure, they have insecurities with control, right? They need power over others. So you got somebody who's screaming at the top of their lungs like, your politics and religion or belief structure or culture, it's wrong and bad. And it's like, okay, well, clearly you have issues with control. Right? And if that person had their own control taken from them, they wouldn't like it, right? And yet they try to take that power and control away from others. So In this particular instance with the Three of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Prince of Cups, it looks like there is a few people here in this Three of Cups energy that are celebrating and trying to hold somebody down, emotionally speaking. So this could be a combination, like they could attack finances, they could attack visibility, they could attack character, all these things, right? And their ultimate goal is to knock you off your emotional stability. So if you're normally like a healthy, positive person, right? And this upsets people who don't know how to get there. Instead of just asking, hey, can you help me become more positive and see the silver lining and help me find happiness within myself? Instead of doing that, which would be much more positive and progressive for them, they have to pull somebody else's emotions down so that they can feel justified and validated in their own experience. Well, see, they went crazy when this and this and this happened. See, they're not as positive and in control as everyone says. And it's like, okay, well, really, that says more about you than it says about them. You know, how much did you do to them to try and elicit that kind of reaction? We have 10 of Wands here. This is somebody who has intentionally and continually placed burdens on somebody, hoping that it would crack them, like drive them crazy, basically. So they could turn around and say, see, look, they're crazy. They don't, you know, they can't manage themselves. They're, why is this doing this? Oh, I only have 5% battery. Sorry, guys. I guess this live is going to be short. Let's go quick. Okay. Underneath the truth, the sword of truth is the moon card. And then we have the Princess of Cups under here. And as the emotional stability, there's what's underneath it is hidden. You know, you got people who are trying to attack somebody, but they don't really know what they're attacking. And the more they attack, the stronger they make this person. And they keep bouncing back, but they appear like a Princess of Cups. So when these people come together and attack, you know, with a higher court card like the Prince of Cups going after this person heavy, they think that they can win or succeed over this Princess of Cups because they feel emotionally superior to them. But the truth is there's a lot more of there's a deeper meaning to how they maneuver through life. And the more they attack this person, the stronger they're making them. And the reason they stay in Princess of Cups is because that's the energy of, that's the strength energy that they're embodying when they have that happiness and that youthfulness. That's what it is. It's a youthful view on life with that, you know, not letting life get you jaded, not being unrealistic either, right? People think that an individual who's like Pollyanna happy and, you know, constantly finding the silver lining, they think there's some sort of a weakness there. They have no idea how much it takes to be that way. So every wand and every sword they throw at this person, it just makes them stronger. It, you know, the heavy burdens, it's like, okay, well, what are you throwing at me that I haven't already experienced? Oh, I want to keep going with this live, but the phone's going to die. I'm going to have to end it so this live actually posts. I'll try to do a live later. I haven't done lives in ages, so I feel good. I feel ready to start doing lives again. And I love you guys. I'm proud of all of you. And I'll try to charge the phone and do a little bit more of this because this is a really good message. Okay, love you guys. Bye.